Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. We are back, but we are at a brand new lake today. Woke up at about 4 o'clock this morning, filled the gas tank, and made the drive a couple hours south to a brand new body of water. I had to force myself to break away from Lake X, but this lake is actually about 10 minutes down the road. It's an absolutely beautiful morning this morning. I'm actually having a hard time putting the camera down this morning because it's just so beautiful, but we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna pick up the rods, we're gonna start casting around, and hopefully we can find a giant. Stay tuned, guys. All right, so we're gonna start off on a main lake point today. I'm gonna throw the topwater around a little bit at this lake. I've heard at this lake they really like topwater, buzz baits, walking baits, so we're gonna give it a try. Hopefully we can catch a giant. And what I'm planning to do today is I'm planning on spending all my time in this one creek. It's right off the dam. I have a feeling they're gonna be transitioning from the mouth of the creek to the back of the creek, so they'll probably end up somewhere in the middle. There's also a nice little bridge around here that creates a choke point. I feel like there's probably gonna be fish sitting there. Oh my gosh, guys, I already had a huge blow up. My goodness gracious. It's a great sign. We're gonna start off with this walking bait, but we're gonna end up switching around to the buzz bait as well, because I've heard it's a good buzz bait bite here. Already had a ginormous blow up. Another bad thing about the setup is I'm using 12-pound fluorocarbon. The reel is also really slow. I prefer like an 8-to-1 reel for this. I have, I believe, a 6.4 on there. It's not doing me any favors when fish blow up on it. Oh, another blow up, guys. Another blow up. Man, I am excited. The juices are flowing this morning. I do not know what to expect. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's that big. Not bad. Oh my gosh, they're strong. Decent one right off the bat. On the walking bait. Oh my gosh. Just built right. I guess it's gonna be a 3-pounder on the nose. 310. Calm down, girl. Calm down, girl. Short, fat one. See if we can get a 24-incher like that. That was about the 3rd blow up we've had already. I think they're liking the walking bait so far. Oh, there's lots of fish right here. See if I can show you guys on the graph here. Look at all those fish I was sitting over top of. That's where he came out of. Again, you already know what bait I'm throwing. It's that walking bait, that Mag Dog 130. I just love the action on this bait. It's a bigger bait, makes a lot of noise. Seems to trigger those bigger bites. Another blow up. We got this riprap right here leading to this choke point. Someone's just telling me to pick up the buzzbait right here. Got this new Spro Little John 50. Been looking for some good riprap to crank. I could find some. Feel like I was stuck and I ripped it free and ended up having a little guy on. Oh, guys, this is a decent one. The drop shot. Haven't seen him yet. Hard fighting, that's for sure. Not a bad one. There we go. Probably about a 2-pounder. On the old drop shot, Robo Worm 4-inch. See if there's a bigger one down there. And I've been fishing for a while without a bite, probably about 2 hours. Caught that decent 3-pounder at the beginning. It has been slow since. Hopefully we got something figured out. I saw a bunch of fish on the graph sitting around here. Just had to slow down. Another one, feels a lot smaller. Again. We're shrinking. Guess that's what happens when you use the drop shot though. And when I'm hooking this drop shot, guys, I have this cover shot hook on here. And what I'll do is I'll barely skin hook the side of it as opposed to Texas rigging it. Which I guess technically it's Texas rigged, but I'll barely skin hook the side of it instead of hooking it all the way through. And that seems to get really good hookup ratio. Not sure if you guys can see it. There's a giant group of fish down there. I'm going backwards and sideways, so it makes it look bigger, but still a big school. Probably crappie would be my guess. They're here. So it's actually a 6-inch worm, 6-inch straight tail robo worm in Aaron's Magic. Like I was saying, for the rigging, you're gonna go through the nose, just like you would a standard Texas rig. Take it up to the keeper. And then what you can do is you can go all the way through it and hook it on the back end. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna barely skin hook the side of it, just like that. If you guys look on the graph, that's bass right there. Suspended at about 10 feet. So most likely what they do is they suspend out in this channel and then pull up here to feed. The ones we're targeting are the active feeders right now. loaded in here. It's not a big one again, but still fun. They're shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, aren't they? Dang. Pick it back up. Small guy. I'm kind of excited as the sun comes up, so I'll be able to target the shade a little bit better. This morning I wasn't really sure where to target, but I think that sun's going to make it a little bit easier. This lake is pretty crazy. There's just so much you can do on it. I have 8 or 9 rods with me right now, but it almost feels like I need 10 or 12 rods. All right, guys, little midday update for you. So the fishing's been tough. It's been a grind. I feel like I've been saying that a lot recently, but it's true. We're in that late summer, early fall period. Got that nice 3-pounder to start with on topwater. That was great. I should have kept throwing that topwater a little bit more. I basically beat the bank of this entire creek. So I'm gonna spend a little bit longer in here. The sun's up now, so I have a feeling the frog bite might turn on. I'm gonna try to find some mats where I hear some bluegills popping. If we don't have any luck, we'll go to the punching bait. There's a lot of boat traffic, guys. Even for a weekday, it's a Thursday today, there was a lot of boats out here. This lake is heavily pressured, and rightfully so. It has a lot of great bass in it. So again, we're gonna throw the frog around a little bit, continue to throw the Cinco around. We'll probably fish the bridge again where we caught a couple fish on the drop shot, but ultimately I wanna switch over to punching, and then I'm gonna check out the main lake. There's not a lot of boats back here in this back creek, which is actually really surprising. They're mostly on the main lake, so they probably know something I don't. We're gonna spend a couple more hours in the creek, fish the main lake, and then we'll get out of here. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to catch him. I was getting the grass off my fish finder. Sitting there for a while. Maybe I need to slow it down a little bit. Smallest one of the day. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. I said it like it was a 10-pounder. I'm glad he's okay. Easy peasy. Little guys, just little guys everywhere. As much as I want to throw the giant Cinco around, I'm going to switch this to a tube, 4-inch crawl tube by Big Bite Baits. And I have this on a 3/8 ounce wood tungsten weight, that VMC ring hook. Get one. Okay, a little bit better size. Not really, actually. It's reeling it in, he came and got it. That could mean we got a winner, or that could mean I need to switch over to a swim jig. Oh, is that my worm? That son of a biscuit. So I'm coming down the dam, and guys, I have some crazy footage to show you. Check this out. Guys, I really hope you can see this. I heard a noise in here. A freaking copperhead has a catfish. Probably one of the most wild things I've ever seen. Not sure if it was a catfish and not sure if it was a copperhead, but it was definitely a snake eating a fish. It's pretty incredible. Finally a fish on that 6-inch Senko. That's the exact same size. What is going on, guys? Something's not right there. Future 10-pounder. I think that's the first bite we've had in about 2 hours, at least an hour and a half. But it's okay. We're experimenting, finding out what works and what doesn't work. Just would love to get like a 5-pounder before we leave. Oh. Oh, it took my tail. Good to know it was a fish. Alright, and that is going to conclude the fishing for today. Awesome day out there. So glad I tried out a new lake. Again, it's really hard for me to break away from Lake X right now, but I'm really excited to go out and try something new. This lake was completely different from what I was expecting. I was expecting to come out here and everything to be hard bottom. Turns out this is actually a grass lake, so really cool. I found out that I wasn't very good at grass fishing today. That's something I definitely want to improve on. Again, guys, you always want to practice your weaknesses, and today I found out that that happens to be one of them. So what went right and what went wrong? What went right was I did a little bit of map study this morning. Super easy thing to do. Just jumped on Google Earth, found that bridge where that pinch point is. That's going to be a huge transition spot. So when the fish move from the main lake back to the coves chasing bait fish, that transition point is going to be super important. That spot, honestly, is probably going to hold fish all winter long. It's got that nice riprap on it. So the map study turned out great. I spent most of my time in that creek, which is just exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't break off any fish, so a lot of things went right. What went wrong today? I would say I was a little lazy on the lure change. So we had those sunny conditions, not much wind. I was throwing a chatterbait around a little bit, which is fine, but when I wasn't getting the bite on there, what I needed to do is switch over to the swim jig. The swim jig is a very, very good technique, especially when you don't have a lot of wind or cloud cover. It's still power fishing, but it's a lot more finesse power fishing. So I really wish I would have switched over to that earlier. Another thing that went wrong was I got 3 bites on that walking bait this morning. I decided to switch it up and throw that weighted Texas rig Senko for a little bit, and I really had no reason to do that. The only reason I threw the weighted Texas rig Senko was because I got a lot of bites at the last lake I went to on that lure. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to treat every lake like it's the same lake. When you go to different lakes, each population of fish is going to behave a little bit differently and like different things. So I should have kept with the walking bait. I was really excited just to be at a new place, to get that bites there early. I wanted to get a big bite off the bat. But again, my mistake was switching up that lure when it was working. I try to preach that to you guys over and over. If you're catching fish at a spot, don't leave. If you're catching fish on a lure, don't change it, and be prepared. That was another mistake today, was being prepared. I forgot my hat in the truck and I was too lazy to go get it. You can see that I paid for it a little bit by getting burnt. That's not what you want when you're out on the water. Also, I don't have my sunglasses. I did look for them last night. I did try to prepare, but I wasn't able to find them. That's on me. I shouldn't be misplacing those, especially when this is what I love to do. I'm doing this twice a week. I need to have those on hand, or at least keep an extra pair in the truck. But that's it, guys. I'll quit rambling. Thank you all so much for tuning in. You guys know what to do. Drop a like, comment, share this video. Thank you guys so much. Just a reminder, we do have that 500 subscriber giveaway coming up. It's either going to be a $75 Tackle Warehouse order where you get to pick the baits, or I'll pick my favorite baits for you and order it directly to your house, or it's going to be a day of fishing with me while I provide a kayak for you. Again, guys, thank you guys so much. God bless, and we'll see you guys in the next one.